beady bada beady bada beady 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 bada 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 weep weep. Hey, this is Oingle, and I'm playing knife only using my Blade account, Oingle Blade, on the PlayStation Network. And we got the MP5K there, which I don't use, and Ballistic Knife, Tomahawk, Nova Gas, Motion Sensor, which I barely use, Flak Jacket, Steady Aim, and Tactical Mask. I don't have any of the pro perks yet. I'm kind of not doing this really the smartest way. I'm trying to play a lot of different styles or class setups just to sort of experiment, which means, you know, if I'd really focused on one exclusively, I'd probably unlock the pro perks by now. I've got about 5 hours of playtime, not necessarily at the time of this match, but so far, and my KD varies greatly. Sometimes I get really low, like a 0.5 KD. Other times I get much higher, like a 2.5. Still not great, but I'm working on it. I noticed something really interesting too, that when I went through the combat statistics. On the ASP, I've got 267 deaths, because in the beginning, before I got the Ballistic Knife, that's, I don't know, it's just something to hold and run around with when you're knifing. So none of those counted towards the gun when knifing. But with the Ballistic Knife, I think it seems like all of your stabs do count, because I've got 113 kills versus 118 deaths holding that. The other thing that's weird about the Ballistic Knife is that every other weapon, primary and secondary weapon, counts headshots. And this is the only one that's missing from that list, even though I've gotten headshots, many headshots, with the Ballistic Knife. You know, firing it. I've gotten a lot better. The Nova Gas and basically using the concussion, the Nova Gas, and the flash has become really, really useful. I think it's useful anything that you use, any setup, any class, but it's particularly useful in this case because it helps with medium range battles. When somebody's far away, you know, if they're far away and they're sitting in one place, you can get somebody, and I've got examples of it in a montage that's coming up soon. You can aim right, and you know you have time to kind of line it up and account for the arc of the Ballistic Knife, and you can kill somebody from a distance. But that's really difficult to do quickly. And of course, up close, you've got a couple of options, the Tomahawk and all that kind of stuff, and you're able to deal with close quarter combat. So medium level combat is the real hole in this setup. So using the flash, the Nova Gas, the concussion is amazing. And what I'm doing here is using the Nova Gas, which is something I've really never used before, not to any extent, and using the Tactical Mask perk to be able to run into my own Nova Gas without getting damaged. And the radius seems to be a little smaller than a flash and a concussion, but if you can trap somebody in it, and if you can trap several people in it, they're really completely unable to do anything, and you can run right through and just you know, pick them off. And there's an example of this later in the game. The other thing about the Nova Gas is that if you can stick somebody right, and when I say stick somebody, I mean you got to get them at the epicenter of the Nova Gas for it to really take hold, for it to really blur their vision and get them disoriented. And I don't know if you've been hit with Nova Gas, but it warps everything around you and it's hard to move. And it's kind of like a mixture of the concussion grenade and the flash grenade, because you can't see, you can't move. People don't even seem to fire. Usually if you're stuck with a flash or concussion grenade, people will just randomly fire, hoping to hit something, and they'll duck or go prone. I think it's so disoriented when you get hit with Nova Gas that people just don't know what to do. So anyway, I've been running with that, and if you can get people right in the middle, then they will take damage the entire time they're in it. When you hit somebody with the concussion grenade or the flash grenade, there's an initial damage, and it's, I don't know, 15 points or whatever. And if you hit them directly, canister actually impacts the body. That does a certain amount of damage, but it's not enough to kill them. So the Nova Gas does damage. I'd have to look it up, but apparently, I don't know how much damage it does or how long it lasts, but apparently if you can trap them in it, it's enough to kill them. They actually have to try to escape it in order to survive. But again, you have to get them right in the middle. Like this one, that guy got affected, but he was on the edge of it, so he wasn't that affected. Just enough to kind of blur his vision and maybe disorient him for a second. So anyway, it's really been useful, and it's something I never really did before. I use grenades and things like that in my main account, but this is really going to help me better use those types of tools: evasion, distraction, the concussion grenades, or the various different tactical grenades. Things like that I think are going to help my regular gameplay as well. And also, you just really have to be aware of where people are on the map more when you knife. You have to play like part ninja and part just going berserk right in the middle of a lot of close quarters combat. And it just, I don't know, it can get kind of repetitive. This is the one where the guy's taking damage the entire time, and then finally I just stab him. When I play with assault rifles and things like that, it can kind of start to just feel routine. But when you play, when I play with the knife, I feel like I have to use all my senses. I have to really, really concentrate and just be in it. Yeah, and to me that makes it exciting. So I hope you enjoyed watching this game as much as I enjoyed playing it. And we're wrapping it up here. One more kill, and the game's about to end. I will probably not be prestiging on this account, but I'll continue to go all the way to 15 if I can weather the storm on my main account. The total here was 20 and 8. My name is Oingle. I'm on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. You can find all the information at oingle.com. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. It helps a lot.